everyone, my name is Jen from Talker on Call. Welcome to today's live Q&A session. Due to the rise of COVID-19, we will be doing the webinar virtually. In today's topic, we are going to talk about today's diet trends. Are you having difficulty losing weight, or are you gaining weight without realizing? Well, we have Miss Yap Pauline here with us today, who is a dietitian from Columbia Asia Hospital. Good evening, Miss Yap. How are you?
Good evening. Hi, fine. How are you?
So tell us more about today's diet trends and how are they really effective in losing weight? Over to you.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so today I'm talking about these diet trends that popular. You can search online everywhere. But first of all, we need to know why do we need this special diet to control our diet? Is that any problem with our current diet now? Okay, and why do we need this diet? Okay, is it because we gaining weight as mentioned just now? Okay, or you just want to get healthy? Okay, mainly a lot of people actually will search this kind of diet mainly just to lose weight to get into a healthier conditions. Okay, so before I'm introducing like comparing different types of this diet, okay, let me introduce a little bit of this weight issue in Malaysia now. Okay, so in Malaysia, actually it's getting increasing of the trend. Our obesity problem now. Okay, so 1 in 2 adults in Malaysia now is actually having overweight and obese problem. Okay, and how actually we define overweight or obese? Actually through this BMI, body mass index. Okay, so how do we calculate our BMI? It's actually using our weight in kg, divide by our height in meter, and divide again the height in meter. Okay, then we will get this BMI in number. Okay, so you compare this number to this different category here. Okay, and if your BMI is actually having like in between above 25, above 25, that one is already considered as overweight. Okay, so half of the Malaysian now is actually having BMI more than 25. Okay, and this is when people like busy searching how to lose weight or this thing. Okay, then further into the detail again. Okay, so BMI is actually for Asian population. We look into even detail, seeing this like because from just now mentioning like above 25 is considered as overweight. Okay, but research actually shows that above 23 you're already having like moderate risk of having health disease like heart disease, like health complication or this kind of thing. Okay, so if you're having this, even though you're not in considered as an overweight category, like you're in normal range, 18.5 to 25, 23 BMI, okay, then you are actually having, if you're having like higher end for this BMI category, then you are actually having higher risk. So you might need to be careful even though you're even in this normal range. Okay, then, but still some of the BMI we have exception. Okay, not everybody having high BMI actually having very obese problem. Okay, then for example, like this two person in this picture, okay, both of them having same height, okay, and same body weight. Okay, but then their BMI is actually same, but throughout you can see from their body shape, do you think both of them are obese? The answer is actually definitely no. Okay, the person on the left, we can see is actually a bodybuilder, actually having a very low fat body mass. Okay, then the another one on the right, that one contains of 30% of fat body mass. Okay, that one this kind of people, both of them having this same BMI, but on the right side, I can say that person is in obese category, but the left side is not. Okay. Then how do we know? Instead of just like having observed from this body shape, okay, actually we have this body mass analysis. Okay, from this analysis, we can easily know, even though it's like somebody having very skinny body shape, okay, but they might have this body fat issue as well. Okay, then from this body mass analysis, we can actually find out it's a machine that we can step on it, and actually throughout this using these electrolytes that go through our body, then we can find out the body mass, the muscle mass, okay, then the fat mass. Okay, if your muscle mass is more than your body mass, okay, definitely that's a good sign, even though your BMI is in higher range. Okay, so you don't really need to search different method to lose weight. Okay, just by looking at the BMI. Okay, if your muscle mass is more, then definitely you are in a good state as well. Okay, but in another way, if you're having body mass more than your muscle mass, then this is when you really need some diet control to lose weight or this thing. Okay, so and this having this obese problem, overweight problem, definitely increase the risk of having health complication, including like diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease, okay, fatty liver, or arthritis because of your weight problem. Okay, then increasing risk of getting cancer also because of this inflammation problem inside your body. Okay, then now we look into this weight loss diet. Then we go into our main point today. Okay, why we need to lose weight, all these things by controlling diet, because diet is the thing that contribute too much all the calories for our body. Okay, then here comes like few different diet trends here. Okay, so this is the three main diet trends that are quite popular now. Okay, I will go one by one. Okay, then I will tell you about like what's the pros and cons for this different diet. Okay, and which diet actually suitable for you. Then you can consider about it. Okay, then let me come into this ketogenic diet first. Okay, so this ketogenic diet, okay, is a very low carbohydrate and high fat diet. Okay, somebody actually use it for very low carbohydrate and high protein diet. Okay, this is the way that actually for if like for high fat diet, the contribution for this fat is actually up to 75%. Okay, throughout like out of like if the total of this calorie is like, for example, 1,500 calories, then 75 of it have to be come from fat, 20% of it have to become from protein, and only 5% come from carbohydrate. Okay, this is where like body, because normally body will use carbohydrate, sugar, to use as the first energy for our daily usage. Okay, by reducing this carbohydrate, reducing this sugar, our body don't have sugar to use for energy, then our body will change to use this fat as energy. Okay, so we can burn our energy, burn this fat to provide this energy by having this ketogenic diet. Okay, so what's the good things for this ketogenic diet? Okay, it's actually we can lose a lot of people actually go through this, and shows that actually we can lose weight in very short term. For example, like 1 or 2 weeks time, you can lose about like 5 kg to 10 kg also possible. Okay, then it can actually very good to reduce our body fat. As mentioned just now, is actually we use this fat to be our energy. Okay, then for this high fat diet, okay, because this is quite popular now because actually people likes high fat food. Okay, then for this ketogenic diet with high fat content, then actually we can still enjoy our high fat food. Okay, so that people actually still enjoy those fried chicken or this kind of thing. Okay, so they won't be like controlling diet, then feel very disappointing or very hard to control, and that very hard to last for your control diet. Okay, then this one is actually another pro is actually less hungry. Not everybody will feel this, but somebody will feel this benefit, because if they take a lot of these fats needs longer time to digest. Okay, so they will still feel a little bit full after taking this meal. Okay, because the high fat food still stay in the body, in the stomach, so they feel like not that hungry after taking the meal, even though they reduce all the carbohydrate. Okay, and this diet actually more suitable for sedentary lifestyle, those people who work sitting in office. Okay, then just like not walking around, need to like carry a lot of heavy things, then maybe you can consider this ketogenic diet. Okay, Then what is the bad thing about this ketogenic diet? Okay, because normally people, as mentioned just now, normally we use this sugar as energy for our daily activities. Okay, so when people reduce all this like carbohydrate portion, then people will feel less energetic because body cannot contribute this energy immediately from fat. Okay, then they will feel less energetic, feel like why, how come I cannot focus on the day? Then feel not that energetic, cannot focusing like that. Okay, and this ketogenic diet encourage to have no cheat day in between. Okay, so that your body can continuously burn fat as an energy. Okay, if you're having cheat day, then you add in some carbohydrate, sugar kind of thing, then your body will switch to using this sugar to give this energy. So if it turns back, then they need longer time to change back to using fat as energy again. Okay, then this is actually another bad of this the cons for this ketogenic diet is actually people who before starting this ketogenic diet, you need this very strong knowledge of identifying what is the carbohydrate food. Okay, a lot of foods now actually contains of this hidden kinds of sugar, okay, or hidden kind of carbohydrate. Okay, so if the people don't know they actually consuming some hidden carbohydrate, all these things, so they actually won't actually reach this 5% of carbohydrate intake. Okay, then they will turn up not really hitting this ketogenic purpose. Okay, then because of having this high fat diet, okay, so normally people who take normally just one portion of chicken, fish, all these things, then by having this ketogenic diet, they increase the portion of having like high fat food, all these things compared to previously when they having carbohydrate. Then they stop this carbohydrate, then they change to taking another portion of high fat food. It might increase this risk of heart disease as well. Okay, so this is where you have to know exactly from what kind of fat source, okay, that actually you need to take from. Okay, so even though you're having high fat of diet, okay, but the high fat is naturally not from the unhealthy kind of fat. Okay, it actually have to be a healthy kind of fat. Then only it won't cause you to have increased risk of having heart disease if you choosing this ketogenic diet. Okay, and this ketogenic diet normally I won't suggest for these diabetic people. Okay, because diabetic people needs carbohydrate to control their sugar. It's not that they having sugar problem, then they need to stop all this carbohydrate. Okay, we need this regular portion of this carbohydrate to control our sugar level. So for this diabetic kind of people, actually they're not really suggestible to take this ketogenic diet because they might have sugar uncontrolled if following this ketogenic diet. Okay, and if like for people who having very active lifestyle, who are actually like maybe athletes or something like that, or those people who carry very heavy job or something like that, you need a lot of energy, then this ketogenic diet might not really suitable for you as well. Okay, because as we using this fat as energy, it won't supply you the energy in shorter time. Okay, if like throughout the day you use a little bit of energy, then they can change this fat as energy for you. Okay, but then if you're using in short time, maybe 15 minutes, you need a very strong energy to a lot of energy to do some work. Okay, then this might not be able to this ketogenic diet might not able to supply this energy for you. Okay, then you will feel like how come I become weaker than before, I can't really carrying all these heavy things again. Okay, so this is about this ketogenic diet. Okay, so this is the pros and cons for it. Okay, so I have to consider about it. Okay, then the next one is actually we call it Whole30 diet. Okay, Whole30 diet is actually 30 days of nutritional reset. Okay, it's to reset the whole intestine, everything, to make it clear, sort of like a little bit like detox purpose also. Okay, and another big purpose is actually a very better purpose. It's actually to reset the gastro our stomach and intestine environment. Okay, this is better for those people who having like intolerance of some food, okay, allergic to some certain kind of food. Okay, by having this reset of this stomach and intestine environment, then they maybe can reduce the risk of getting this this allergy kind of thing. Okay, then they can reset again, then try slowly from identifying which kind of food is actually they actually allergic to. Okay, then for this 30 days nutritional reset, okay, normally people will be advised to avoid sugar, alcohol, grains, like mostly more to like the carbohydrate as well. Okay, those like legumes and dairy. They cannot take all this kind of food. Okay, and but then they actually allowed to take this unprocessed food. Okay, meat, the usual, the fresh meat, seafood, eggs, veggies, fruit, natural fats, which is actually the healthy fats as well. Okay, so they can take this kind of food as much as possible. Okay, they never control this portion. Okay, never say that you have to be more on protein or more on anything. Okay, but you just need to avoid this kind of diet. Okay, avoid this kind of food that been forbidden. Okay, so this so what is the good thing for this Whole30 diet? Okay, it's actually just like I mentioned, is to build up this better environment for our stomach and our intestine. Okay, and especially recommended for people who have this gluten or lactose intolerance. Okay, to reset all the things inside the stomach, then they started to take back all this a little bit intolerance kind of food. Then they will identify which kind of food actually they're really allergic to. Then they have to avoid it after all. Then there's no restriction of calories. As I mentioned just now, they can just eat whatever they want from this permitted food. Okay, then this is for very short terms only, for 30 days only. Okay, so after 30 days, you can eat back your normal food. Okay, just within these 30 days, you need to control very well. Okay, then then only you can meet this nutritional reset purpose. Okay, then the bad thing about this Whole30 diet, okay, is actually no cheat day. So you need very, very high compliance, okay, starting from day 1 to day 30, okay, to reset. If you comply very well, then only you can consider as you reset the whole thing, whole environment, gastro and the stomach and intestine environment very well. Okay, but one day you're having like food that actually been forbidden, have to be avoided, but you take that food on the one of this day. Okay, then you have to restart all of it again. Okay, you have to start from day 1 again. Okay, so you really need very high compliance to do this kind of diet. Okay, and similar to just now the ketogenic diet as well, you need very high knowledge of to identify the protein food, the carbohydrate food. Okay, so that you don't really you're eating something food that actually been forbidden without you knowing. Okay, and this Whole30 diet as well is I would recommend for diabetic patient as well. Okay, because actually restricting this a lot of these grains, legumes, which actually is the carbohydrate as well. So by reducing all these things, then the person who having sugar problem might have some haywire of having sugar control on that. Okay, then this is about this Whole30 diets. Okay, then another one is actually intermittent fasting. Okay, so intermittent fasting is quite popular as well. Okay, so nowadays actually people like to fast. Then because this different kind of method as well. So that's actually every day you're fasting. Okay, you follow this intermittent fasting. Okay, you fast for 16 days. Okay, then you the other 8 hours you can eat as much as possible, eat as usual like that. Okay, another one method is actually to fast for 24 hours throughout the whole day without taking anything. Okay, you can do it twice a week. This one is also considered as intermittent fasting. Okay, another one, the third method is actually to take about 500 to 600 calories for 2 days. Okay, then the other days you can eat as normal. Okay, means you have a strictly control, almost having fasting diet. Okay, for these 2 days. Okay, then the other 5 days you can eat as normal. Okay, the benefit of this intermittent fasting is actually a quite easy way. You just need to stop eating. Okay, then when you're having you're permitted to eat within that hours, then you can eat as usual. Okay, but this what is not good about this intermittent fasting is usually because long hours of not eating, then you might feel hunger, and in the beginning period you might feel not really able to comply on that. okay, because you feel hunger, you feel weak, then you feel like not really want to comply on this fasting diet. Okay, and if people who are having this gastric pain problem, it's actually increasing the risk of getting gastric pain and more frequent as well and become worsen later on. Okay, so if you have this gastric pain problem, so try to avoid this intermittent fasting diet for you to lose weight. Okay, and this intermittent fasting is considered a little bit like yo-yo diet. Yo-yo diet means that suddenly you take a lot of things, then suddenly you don't take anything. Okay, so the weight actually sometimes people won't feel that able to lose weight. Okay, because the calorie intake you have to know about very clearly about calorie intake. If you take when you're fasting, you're not eating, but when you can eat throughout that 8 hours or something like that, you still take that calories that cover for your whole day or same as previously. Okay, then that one you won't be losing weight. Okay, so this is the three popular diets that normally people will look into. So try to consider the benefit and the not uh, convenient parts of these diets. Then you try to weigh it. Okay, and then I need to introduce a little bit. Despite all these special diets, okay, actually you can why we lose weight is actually depends on our calories balance. Okay, this calorie balance is like how much of the calorie that we take compared to how much of the calorie that we burn. Okay, if there's no changes, then our weight will be maintained. Okay, what we eat is same as what we use, then our weight is maintaining. Okay, so this is the concept. Okay, so the other way around, if we gain weight, is because what we consume, the calories, is more than what we're using it. So the extra calories we turn into fat and keep in our body. Okay, the next one is actually how we want to lose weight is by this concept. Okay, what we consume, okay, have to be less than what we use. Okay, so we need to control the calories, we need to reduce all the calories intake. So we find all those diet just now. Okay, but the main theory is that we just need to reduce the calories. Okay, then we increase the activity, exercise, all these things, then we can meet this target of losing weight. Okay, so if I want to introduce a better way of losing weight, okay, it's actually through this healthy weight loss. Okay, and the rate of this healthy weight loss is recommended to be just 5 or 10% of initial weight in 6 months time. Okay, so previously people who want to lose weight in very short terms, okay, so they go for those just now the ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, like that. Okay, so that within maybe 1 or 2 weeks time they can lose about 5 kg. Okay, but this is not a very healthy way of losing weight. Okay, so the healthy way of losing weight is actually just 5 to 10% only in 6 months time. For example, if you weigh about 100 kg, okay, then targeting about 5 to 10 kgs only in 6 months time, which is only just 1 or 2 kg in 1 month time. Okay, this method is actually to avoid having weight regain. Okay, you are losing weight in a slower time, your body will get used to it very well. Okay, then it won't causing you to have just on the yo-yo diet like that. Okay, suddenly you eat a lot and suddenly you don't eat, then your weight suddenly gain, suddenly lose weight or something like that. Okay, so if you controlling your calories or this thing, then you can lose weight in a more certain, I mean more usual way, I mean very certain way, very consistent way, okay, to lose all this weight. Okay, and by losing how to meet this target of just 1 or 2 kg a month, okay, you just need to reduce 500 to 1000 calories per day. Okay, every day you're reducing 500 to 1000 calories, then you can reduce half to 1 kg a week. Okay, so this is how we lose weight actually. Okay, by using just now all the diet trends as well, actually losing a lot of calories. You're reducing, like previously you're taking 2000 calories. By having intermittent fasting, you're having 1000 calories per day only. Then you can lose weight 1 kg in a week time. Okay, then we normally don't suggest to have rapid weight loss because it will increase the risk of gallstone. Okay, then you have electrolyte abnormalities, and also it can cause very high risk of getting weight regain. Okay, then you might heard before people who stop those diet already, then suddenly their weight gain back to 100 kg, something like that. Okay, so have to use this healthy way to lose weight, okay, by having this low calorie diet. Okay, have to identify where this calorie come from, And I won't ask you to count on calories, but ask you to reduce on the calorie intake. Okay, you must learn how to reduce on your current intake, reduce the calorie instead of every day counting how much of the calorie I'm eating. Okay, so for example, for carbohydrate portion, we need to reduce it. Okay, normally if you take about 1 bowl size of rice, okay, then it's roughly about 250 calories. Okay, if you normally your portion is about 2 bowls of rice, then you change to reduce to 1 bowl size, then actually you can reduce about 250 calories already. Okay, if you're taking 1.5 bowl rice normally and you reduce it to become just 1 bowl rice, okay, then you reduce about 125 calories already. Okay, then another one is actually to choose a carbohydrate with lesser calories. For example, normally we like this roti canai, okay, but then similar we can take this tosi. Okay, what's the difference? The calorie contents inside it's actually give you the same fullness, about 1 piece or 2 pieces like that. It's actually the same fullness as well, but the calorie inside is different because roti canai actually using more oils to cook it. Okay, so by changing from roti canai to tosi, reducing 100 calorie per piece. Okay, then another one is actually from normally we like this mee goreng. Okay, like mee hoon goreng everything as well. Okay, but changing it to soup based one, you're reducing another 250 calories as well, just by choosing a different cooking method. Okay, same amount of food actually carries different calories content. Okay, then for protein choices, okay, normally people like fried chicken, all these things that which just now the ketogenic diet, you can go for all these things, okay, but normally if you just reduce the portion, okay, and reduce the cooking method, we take this steam base of chicken or fish, okay, then 1 piece compared to 1 piece, actually you can reduce to another 150 calories as well. So somebody actually taking this high fat diet, okay, taking all this fried chicken without any carbohydrate, somebody cannot lose weight because all these thing calories is very high. Okay, so even though they change from no carbohydrate to high protein food, they're losing any weight because of the calories content. Okay, then another one is actually like tofu or eggs, all these things. Normally legumes kind of thing is not considered as vegetables. It's considered as protein choices. So if you're taking 2 portion, 1 portion of chicken or fish and 1 portion of tofu, actually you're taking 2 portion of protein. So by changing it, you're not taking another portion of tofu, you change to vegetables, then that one you can reduce another 50 calories as well. Okay, then by reducing all the portion already, but you might think, how can I be full? Normally I take this much of portion, but everything I need to reduce so that I can meet this calorie reducing. Okay, but then you can increase of this fiber. Okay, then you can meet this fullness as well. By having a lot of fiber, okay, to replace the rice that you reduce, replace the protein that you reduce. Okay, because that one can give you the same fullness. Okay, because this fiber from vegetables, from your whole grains, okay, from your fruits as well, okay, that one actually give you enough of fullness, but not increasing too much of the calories. Okay, so by reducing the portion just now, you replace with the vegetables, then you can having same amount of fullness by not but not increasing any of the calories. Okay, so for vegetables, you have to choose. You have to take about like three scoop size a day. So each meal you're having 1 scoop, something like that. Then actually you're having adequate of this fiber. Okay, then for vegetable also contains of this hidden kind of calories. Okay, so from those like sambal kind, masak lemak kind of these vegetables. Okay, then you change to just like steamed or stir fried kind of vegetable, then it can reduce another 50 calories. Okay, then from those people who like salad, coleslaws, okay, then a lot of this mayonnaise inside, the Thousand Island sauce inside, or the salad sauce inside. Okay, when you change to just using maybe just lemon juice or maybe just vinaigrette kind of salad, okay, that one can reduce another 100 to 200 calories as well. Okay, so beware, even though you're taking a lot of these vegetables, okay, means that maybe you thought that it's actually quite healthy for you to take, but there's a lot of hidden calories inside. Okay, then those starchy vegetables actually contains of carbohydrate, okay, which actually just now mentioned about it for ketogenic diet. If you're taking this kind of vegetables, it's actually you are not really taking 5% of carbohydrate a day. Okay, then if you're taking too much portion of this, and this one is considered as extra calories for you as well. So if you're taking vegetables, try not to choose these starchy vegetables. Okay, same for these legumes and lentils. Okay, this one also considered as a carbohydrate. Okay, so if you take rice together with some curry dal, okay, that one is actually adding carbohydrate and adding calories as well. Okay, then for fruits, okay, normally one serving of the one fruit size of serving size of this contributes to say about 60 calories. Okay, and normally like apple size, orange size, each one apple, one orange is actually considered as one serving. Okay, which consider as 60 calories. Okay, same for this those fruits that cut into pieces. One piece is considered as same calories. Okay, and this fruit actually not depending of the sweetness. Okay, somebody thinks that you take banana having high calories, you're taking watermelon a lot of calories. It's not that way. It's not that way. Okay, but having same portion, you're actually having same amount of same amount of calories. Okay, then don't think that you're taking those like green apple, sourish kind of apple. You can take two whole apple, three whole apple. That one also increasing your calories. Okay. Then for this kind of fruits, okay, about like one hand size, okay, one handful of the fruits, okay, then I consider as one serving as well. The recommended portion for fruits is just 2 servings a day. Okay, so this is the portion, the calories that recommended for everyday taking. Okay, so that we can take enough of vitamins and minerals as well. Okay, then if you take extra fruits, okay, you want to lose weight by having fruits, maybe 4 or 5 servings of fruit each time, okay, to replace your lunch or replace your dinner. The calorie content can be same as what you're taking as you're taking like rice with dishes, something like that. Okay, so beware of fruits. Fruits contains of a lot of calories if you take in bigger portion. Okay, so the food portion, okay, recommended for you. Somebody would think that just now I need to reduce a lot of portion, all these things, but what is the portion that actually suitable for you? Okay, we consider this one, the healthy plate, as a guidelines for you. Okay, so for a plate, okay, then about like hand size big, the diameter about our hand size. Okay, find the plate for this size. Okay, don't find a very big plate. Okay, then you go for this quarter half. Okay, quarter of it from our carbohydrate. Okay, the carbohydrate about our fist size. Okay, if you're taking the fist size of your rice, of your noodles, then this is the portion that's suitable for you for one meal. Okay, then for protein size, about like our palm size. Okay, this is the palm size that we should take. Then the protein for the whole day, then is actually adequate for us already. So we don't really need to go for like high protein diet or this thing. Okay, then for vegetables, okay, then the vegetables is about 2 fist size. Okay, 2 fist size. Okay, then if you're taking fruits, you can take 1 fist size of vegetables. Okay, then you can take adequate amount of this fiber that can make you feel full, even though you just take one full of this carbohydrate or your rice or something like that. Okay, use the vegetables to make you feel full. Okay, and from this plate you won't see any sweet drinks or this thing. Okay, because there's another water beside it. Okay, recommended one is water because it actually contains of no calories. Okay, and these are the thing, the carbohydrate, protein, and vegetables are the essential parts or the essential food for us. Okay, then you will if you take extra thing more than this one, then you're taking extra calories. For example, is our sugar. Okay, sugar is actually don't need we don't really need this sugar in our normal daily food. Okay, then if you really want to keen for sugar, normally if you want to choose, okay, if you change from this cold drinks, carbonated drinks, sweetened kind of drink, you change to water, then you can reduce another 140 calories. Okay, if you change from teh tarik, okay, to the teh o kosong, okay, then that one can reduce another almost 200 calories. Okay, then for snack choices, normally if you're having adequate amount of just now the main meals, you don't really need snacks in between meals. Okay, but when you really feel hungry, okay, then you can take some snacks. Okay, but if you take snacks normally, if those like sweetened kueh, okay, or Malay kueh or something like that, okay, then that one you replace with 3 pieces of biscuit, then that one can reduce another 75 calories. Okay, by having this cheesecake, chendol, dessert kind of thing, you change to having this one fruit only, you can reduce another 200 to 300 calories. Okay, then if you want to use, you really have this sugar craving, okay, then you can go for this artificial sweetener. Okay, this artificial sweetener is actually tastes sweet, but definitely doesn't contain any sugar inside. Okay, but this one is not recommended to take like a lot, like 20 classes a day. Okay, then you can just replace what you're having now. Okay, you really like this sweetened kind of beverages by reducing this sugar by using this artificial sweetener. It can reduce a lot of this calorie. It can be 100 or 200 calories as well per day. Okay, then you can go. If you really want to go for this carbonated drink, there's actually carbonated drinks with artificial sweetener. Okay, then you can go for it. So then in total, then it will be by reducing the portion, by reducing the snacks, by reducing the sugar drinks, it can simply reach 500 to 1,000 calories per day. Okay, reducing the portion on that. Okay, and another hidden fat is actually comes from our gravy. Okay, the curry gravy, all this thing. Okay, by reducing the gravy, you can reduce about 100 to 200 calories per meal as well. Okay, so remember, by reducing certain small things in our food, we can reducing a lot of calories. Okay, by reducing these calories, then we can reduce our weight in a healthier way. Okay, then by increasing these physical activities, okay, then we can even fasten our weight loss. Okay, the exercise recommended actually to be at least 150 minutes a week. Okay, it have to be 3 days a week. You don't just exercise 150 minutes a day, then you rest for another 6 days. Okay, then you won't need this exercise purpose. Okay, then you try to increase your daily physical activities. Okay, by maybe walking a longer time. Okay, maybe you take staircase instead of taking lift. Okay, then you can increase your energy consumption as well. Okay, then after that, you want to choose a suitable diet, you can consult a dietitian. Okay, you can plan, because dietitian can plan an individualized menu for you, and you want to go for those ketogenic diet, in intermittent fasting diet, you can consult your dietitian first. Okay, whether is it suitable for you, or is it you can go for this low calorie diet is good enough for you already. Okay, then the dietitian actually will do counseling to increase your motivation. Sometimes you feel like quite boring already, you want to stop this diet control, but if you see dietitian, then we will encourage you and find the ways to increase your motivation. Okay, so that you can control your diet longer. Okay, so as a summary, okay, so obesity actually increasing now, okay, in Malaysia. Okay, so you want to check your BMI, whether you're really in obesity. You can check using this body mass analysis or not. Also, okay, but not just taking considering of BMI only. Okay, then by using this calorie in less than calorie out, okay, we use more than what we eat, then we can achieve this weight loss. Okay, so low calorie diet is a healthy way to lose weight. Okay, by having the proper healthy weight loss rate. Okay, then instead of choosing those diet, okay, the ketogenic diet are very faster way to lose weight. Okay, low calorie diet is actually more healthy way. You can actually last longer for it as well. Okay, then importantly, you have to take balanced diet using the healthy plate just now. Okay, the quarter half. Okay, then to get advice from dietitian, then you can choose wisely on how to reduce weight by choosing a correct diet. Okay, so that's all for me. Okay, thank you.
Ms. Yap, that was a really interesting and educating to understand more about our intake and how people can control their diet. So right now, we are going to take a short break, and after we come back, we are going to go to our Q&A session.
Okay, sure, no problem.
For those who have heard what Ms. Yap has mentioned just now, if you have any questions, do type your questions in the comment below, and we will get back to you after that.
We live in a world where more people are connected than ever before. Technology has forever changed the way we connect with people to work, learn, and live. So in today's world, when the inevitable happens and you or a loved one gets sick, you should be able to connect with a doctor immediately to get the medical care and treatment you need. But more often than not, seeing a doctor for a common condition or a prescription refill can be time-consuming, inconvenient, and costly. Imagine being able to connect with a doctor within minutes. Imagine being able to talk to a doctor while at work, at home, or on the go. Discover an easy and effective way to get the medical care you need. Discover Doctor on Call, a better way to get the care you need. With Doctor on Call, you can talk to our experienced and caring doctors via video, phone, or text message whenever and wherever you are. Doctor on Call doctors are highly qualified and board certified. Our doctors will listen carefully, answer your questions, and address your concerns. We will understand your medical history, symptoms, and conditions. If medication is required, our doctors will write a prescription and advise you accordingly. We are connected seamlessly to a network of pharmacies nationwide to provide you with the prescribed medications without compromising safety and quality. You can choose to have your medication delivered straight to your doorstep, so you can spend more time recovering and getting on with your day. No waiting in lines, no appointment required, just quality medical care without ever leaving your home or office. So the next time you're feeling unwell, remember you have a doctor on call. A better way to get the care you need.
We're back. So Miss Yap,
Yes.
we have received many questions
Yeah.
during the commercial break. So I'm going to start with the first question.
Okay.
What are
Sure.
your thoughts about gluten-free products?
Okay, gluten-free products actually mainly for those people who having this gluten intolerance. Okay, for actually in simpler way, actually allergic about this gluten. Okay, the body actually the stomach cannot digest this gluten, so they having this stomach glutinous, like gastric pain kind of thing. Even worse, they can have migraines. Okay, they feel weak after that also if they intolerance about this gluten. Okay, so but this gluten free products actually still contains of a similar amount of calories, carbohydrate, okay, compared to just the normal biscuit or something like that. Okay, so for using that one to reduce weight, it's actually not recommended because that one just mainly for people who having gluten intolerance, but not mainly for reducing weight.
Mm, okay. I know that some people, when they're on diet, sometimes they don't eat egg yolk, and
Mm-hmm.
some does eat egg yolk. But what are your thoughts on eating egg yolk when someone is on diet?
Mm. Okay, egg yolk is actually not a harmful thing. In fact, actually, it contains of different kinds of minerals, vitamins inside as well. Okay, so not contain only this cholesterol. Okay, by having this 1 or 2 eggs per day, actually not really harmful for us. Okay, the calories is just like less than 150 calories, including this egg yolk itself. Okay, for 2 eggs. Okay, so if like having these eggs, normally we'll advise to not having fried egg. Okay, so if you even though you take out the egg yolk, but you're having like fried egg white, okay, that one is actually considered higher calories than you eating together with the egg yolk. Mm. Okay, so actually throughout the day, if you're taking the other high fat food, then you reduce this cholesterol. I mean the egg yolk. Okay, it doesn't really help. But if you take egg yolk together, but you're taking like a smaller portion, everything from the other food, then actually doesn't harm you at all.
Okay, next question. How to lose my belly fat quickly?
Okay, if you want to lose like from certain parts, definitely exercise is the best way, I can say. But if like for diet control, normally it's actually the whole body content. Okay, whole body mass content. Okay, by reducing, just now as mentioned, you're reducing your calories, you're reducing your fat. Okay, fat intake, especially from those like fried food. okay, hidden fats like from salad sauces, all these things, okay, like cream, all these things like desserts, sugar, okay. Sugar, if extra sugar, everything will change into fat as well if we're not really using it, okay. So not really just control on the fat intake, okay. Together with the sugar intake, you control together, then you can reduce the overall fat mass in your body, okay. But you want to you want to reduce certain parts of it, definitely exercise on this abdominal part will reduce your fat faster.
If we fast 16 hours per day, what's the weight loss I should be expecting in the first 2 weeks?
As I mentioned just now, it's depending on the calorie intake per day. Okay, so like compared to previously, if you're having this fasting, okay, but previously maybe you're taking like 3 to 4 big main meals a day, then having this fasting period, you're actually just taking 1 or 2 main meals only without adding anything else. Okay, then you can reduce about normally I can say about 1 kg to 2 kg per week as well. Okay, then if you notice you're having fasting, but after 1 or 2 weeks time you don't really lose any weight, okay, you might be have to think back or calculate back, okay, whether you're taking the same amount of food within the 8 hours compared to previously or not. Okay, it means that actually you don't really not really reducing any calories, so you're still having same weight after that, or maybe a little weight loss after that.
Just now in the slide, there was a alphabet that says CHO. What does that mean?
Okay, sorry, that one is the short form for carbohydrate. Yeah, CHO.
Okay. Someone asked, is prata better than roti canai?
Prata and roti canai I can consider about the same. Okay, it's just the some of the say it's actually just different name for it. Okay, and if like you're actually making your own prata or own roti canai, you can reduce the fat compared to outside food. Okay, then that one is a better version. Okay, but I can say the better version definitely goes for dosai, idli, or roti. I mean the chapati. Okay, then that one actually contains lesser fats. Okay, but chapati, all this thing you have to be aware of the fats come from ghee. Okay, that one is not a very good fat. Okay, so you want to use good fat, you have to use maybe some vegetable spread, okay, olive oil spread, canola oil spread, something like that for better oil intake.
I see. My mother is getting older and gaining more weight. Is there any elderly friendly diet that you can advise?
Okay, normally if like for old age, normally gaining weight is because of the reduced physical activity. Okay, then the body inside actually the metabolism everything is reduced already, so the energy being used actually very low. Okay, so if like they is still eating the same portion as previously when they are active, then slowly you will see they gain weight. Okay, so if they are not that active anymore, the portion everything have to be reduced. Okay, and find those like very soft food, even though like for bread, for porridge, all these things that are actually suitable for elderly, then elderly they actually can take for that, but just to control the portion. Okay, so same as just now I mentioned about one piece size. Okay, each time they can take that much. Okay, if they cannot take that much, okay, they can separate to 2 times for eating. Okay, so each some with a lot of elderly actually cannot take too much portion as well. Okay, but if you take small portion, then later on they feel hungry again, don't go for those high fat snacks, high sugary snacks. Okay, then can help them to reduce their calorie intake so that they won't gain a lot of weight even though they are physically inactive.
All right. Next question. Does timing matter when you're on diet?
Okay, timing matters when on diet. If like means that like different timing having different kind of meal. Okay, if like as mentioned just now, if like for if you want to have a regular meal time, okay, that one definitely recommended for people who want to have a well control on the diet. Okay, this one to for people who having gastric problem as well, timing is more importantly. Okay, for those people who not really having this kind of problem, okay, they can take any timing, okay, but recommended not to take too near to the sleeping time. Okay, normally if we take 2 heavy meals before sleeping time, our body needs about 4 hours to digest the food of this thing. Okay, if we take 2 heavy food before sleeping time, then we are not really digesting it, not really using up the energy being taken, then it all turns into fats. Okay, so try to avoid heavy meal before sleeping. Okay, try to have earlier meal time, all this thing, and try to have maybe 4 to 5 hours gap in between the meals. Okay, so if you don't feel hungry in between the meals, you don't add on any snacks. Beware of the snacks in between the meals. Okay, you want to take small meals, you have to be careful on the portion as well.
Why do some people, when they're on diet, they get headache and they start shaking? What does that mean?
Okay, it might because of just now the intermittent fasting, or because of just now the ketogenic diet, reducing a lot of this carbohydrate. Okay, then body cannot cannot change the fats too early, very fast to provide this energy. Okay, so they will feel very weak or something like that. Okay, so if when we need energy, but our body cannot provide this energy for us, then we will feel weak. We will feel like not really able to use up the energy, something like that. Okay, then sometimes it's actually we reduce food, all these things. Sometimes if you would reduce the water intake as well, that one will cause you to have headache problem. Okay, and mentioned just now, if you're having very fast weight loss, okay, it will cause your electrolyte abnormalities in your body. Okay, by having haywire kind of like in electrolytes in your body, your sodium, your potassium, all these things, then maybe it will relate to your headache or something like that.
Interesting. Is cane sugar better than white sugar?
All of the sugar, including brown sugar, white sugar, honey, actually we consider it as same. Okay, if like for 1 tablespoon of sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, it actually contains same amount of sugar and the calories. Okay, the only thing that can replace the sugar is actually the artificial sweetener that contributes this sweetness, but definitely no calories at all. Okay.
What about for those who love eating rice and when they're on diet, they have to cut down the white rice? So what are the alternatives that they could eat to replace their rice?
Okay, so actually, another thing to correct on, rice is not a harmful thing. Okay, as long as you take rice, as I mentioned just now, the portion is just within your fist size. Okay, for 1 meal. Okay, if you take this amount of rice, the rice is not a harmful thing for you. Okay, if you take 2 bowl of rice, then the rice is harmful for you. Okay, so if you don't really want to take rice, you can take a lot of this other carbohydrate, but you still need to control the portion. Okay, for example, you can take mihun, you can take kway teow. Okay, you can take those like what do you call that, like bread, biscuits, everything. As long as you know how to control the same amount, same as your the rice as your this size like this, then the calorie will be the same. Okay, if you change to the other carbohydrate food, okay, but you like it very much, then you take maybe 4 to 5 slices bread each time, then that one is more than you take 1 fistful of this rice, then the calorie might be higher. So it depends on the portion, the calorie content, but it's not depends too much on like which kind of replacement for the rice.
Can I consult a GP doctor on my diet, or do I need to consult a dietitian?
Okay. Normally, when you see a doctor, they will spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes time with you. Okay, so within that short period of time, doctor don't really able to give you a good suggestion on how to control your diet. They might will just recommend you, maybe if you have a diabetic problem, you just stop all the sugary kind of thing. Okay, just to reduce your rice or something like that. This is the suggestion they can give to you. Okay, but if you see a dietitian, okay, normally I sit with the patient about 45 minutes to 1 hour time. Okay, I will go very detailed into what the patient actually normally eating. Okay, then from there I try to amend from what the patient actually usually eating, instead of giving a totally different kind of menu. This is what we call individualized diet, individualized menu. Okay, so that the patient actually can adapt it very well. Okay, instead of just like, oh, I can't take this, I can't take that. Okay, just to reduce or just modify a little bit from the current diet. Okay.
Next question. If my eating habits and patterns keep changing, how will it affect my health and weight?
Okay, just this is about just now I mentioned the yo-yo diet. Okay, so if like the eating habits, everything, if you change in the proper way, in the slowest pace, then body can get used to it very good. Okay, then you can reach this like reducing fat, reducing weight. Okay, to achieve this good benefits. Okay, but if your eating habits is like suddenly you take a lot of food, suddenly you take a little portion of food, it might cause you to have this sugar control problem, and also you're having this gastric problem. Mm.
How about calories from alcoholic drinks?
Alcoholic actually contains of calories. Okay, even though it's like beer contains of carbohydrate as well. Okay, 2 cans of the beer, okay, considered as 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay, then if like liquor or wine, normally we don't consider liquor contents of sugar. Okay, but it just contains of calories. Okay, and when we eat and after that we take this alcohol, okay, our body will use up calorie from alcohol first. Okay, but maybe like during night time or something like that, we're not really having high physical activity. Okay, then we just burn a little bit calories from alcohol, then what we eaten later or previously is not been used up at all, and all these calories from food returns into fats later on. Okay, so if you alcohol, you have to take proper amount. For guys, normally you just suggested to take 2 cans of beer each time. Ladies just take one can. Okay, then if for wine, about like a half wine glass. Okay, guys can take 2 wine glass, but the women only can take 1/2 wine glass. Yeah. Okay, then for liquor, just 30 ml. Guys can take 2 shots, while women can take 1 shot. Okay, then don't take a heavy meal before or after your alcohol.
Mm, what is the best cooking method when on diet?
Okay. Best cooking method, definitely go for almost zero fats, which actually just like just boil or soup base. Okay, but if you want to go for a little bit less oil, okay, low fat, you can go for just low fat grill. You can use together with your non-stick pan. Okay, then you just swipe a little bit, maybe just 1 teaspoon of oil for 1 piece or 2 pieces of chicken. Okay, then you just grill on top of this the non-stick pan. Okay, then we'll achieve this low calorie, low fat diet as well.
Can we actually use air fry as well?
Yeah, air fryer is actually a very good thing. Okay, instead of deep frying actually you soak inside this a lot of oil. Okay, then when you're frying it, the chicken or fish actually will absorb a lot of oil. Okay, so it actually turns out into very high fat food. Okay, if using air fryer, okay, it's actually using air to cook it. Okay, instead of using the oil, somebody actually would then if you compared to deep frying, definitely air fryer lesser oil. Okay, and actually will push out some of the oil from the food as well. Okay, but somebody don't really likes this texture from air frying. Okay, so I can recommend, if you want to use air fryer, you can just put a little bit of oil. Okay, or using this oil spray. Okay, just spray a little bit of this oil on top of this fish or chicken, then you air fry it, then you can take a similar texture of really like similar like deep fry.
Oh, I see. How do you check for product labels when you're buying an ingredient behind? How do you see if it's like high calorie intake, low calorie intake?
Okay, so if like for that one, firstly you have to understand how to read this label first. Okay, for this label, normally you have to check whether it's this one packet or 1 cans, 1 bottle kind of thing is meant for how many servings. Normally the information behind normally is shows for 1 serving. Okay, but maybe for 1 bottle of this carbonated drink, let's say, okay, can be recommended for 2 servings. Okay, means that the information behind is meant for half bottles only. Okay, maybe half bottle is contents of 15 grams of sugar. Okay, which actually 1 tablespoon of sugar already. Okay, but you just read from there, you thought that one whole bottle is just 15 grams of sugar. Okay, so you have to read carefully how much of this portion is actually the serving size for this one packet or one bottle kind of food. Okay, then consider for how much of the portion is really suitable for consider as high calorie or low calorie. It depends on if you want to take this one as snacks or take this one as the main meals. Okay, for main meals, normally I suggest calories about like 300, maybe up to 500 per meal. Okay, that one is a suitable low calorie meal. Up to 500 calories.
Calorie intake.
Mm.
I see. Okay, so we have now reached the end of our session. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Miss Yap, for explaining to us about today's diet trend. We have gone through 3 types: keto diet, intermittent, and Whole30 diet. If you have any other questions, you may actually head over to www.droncall.com.my, and we hope to see you again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.